Right, so it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet since a public release of the M1 iPad Pro, and yet we already have leaks about the 2022 iPad Pro. And no, they're not dodgy leaks from some random source, they're leaks from Mark Gurman, one of the best Apple leakers on the planet. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised and puzzled at the same time, but either way, let's delve into this. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so this is a massive report from Mark Gurman, and essentially he says the next generation iPad Pro could A, have a glass back, that B, could enable MagSafe, and more importantly, reverse wireless charging. Now, weirdly enough, a lot of people weren't on board for this idea, mainly because, number one, a glass back would make the iPad incredibly fragile, but also most iPad Pro users leave their iPads in the Magic Keyboard, so why would they need wireless charging and reverse wireless charging? Well guys, I can understand why Apple might be doing this, but first, let me geek out over the reverse wireless charging feature because I think it makes a ton of sense on an iPad. So guys, think about this for a second, okay? Imagine having an iPad that can charge your iPhone, AirPods, any Qi-enabled device, possibly the Apple Watch in the future. This could essentially be AirPower reborn, because it's a large device with a large surface area that you can place devices on to charge, and you can put them anywhere you like. It just sounds like AirPower, but built into an iPad. And well, this sounds like the dream to me, because I absolutely hate wires. With a passion, I do not want them dangling everywhere, and so if I could have a wireless charging pad that charges all my devices through one wire, that would be amazing. In fact, that's why at one point I was seriously considering buying AirPower, because I could charge all my devices with this one pad and it would be the dream. But then of course Apple decided to Thanos snap AirPower out of existence, and so this iPad is the next best thing. And I would argue this is better than other third-party hubs because this is portable, which means that you can literally charge your devices with this iPad anywhere. And also, if this iPad is your main computer, you can charge everything together all at once, whereas most hubs on the market only charge your iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch. Now, yes, I'm aware there are limitations with this tech too. For example, the charging speeds could be absolutely atrocious. Maybe you can only charge one device at a time. That would be disappointing. So yeah, hopefully Apple can do some engineering wizardry and somehow make our iPads charge all these devices at the same time without it catching on fire. And by the way, in case you're wondering how wireless charging will work with the iPad Pro's Magic Keyboard, it's pretty simple. They're just gonna update it and of course just give it MagSafe support and make you buy a $350 keyboard once again. Anyways, moving on to the glass back. Yes, I know this is not very practical, but I think Apple's trying to force a redesign on the iPad Pro. You see, Apple tends to redesign their products every 3 to 4 years to keep things fresh, and well, the thing with the iPad Pro is that it's pretty much near perfection in terms of design. It has no notch, it has obviously an aluminium design that's perfect in every way, it has flat edges, it's pretty much perfect, and so there's not a lot for Apple to do with the design, and they're like, hey, why don't we just give it a glass back so it looks slightly different from the last few generations of iPad Pro? Now obviously some of you might wonder whether we'll see stainless steel edges with this new iPad Pro, and as dope as a gold iPad Pro would be with the amazing shiny gold edges, I doubt that's gonna happen because the glass back already makes this way heavier, and then throw stainless steel into the mix, and that could potentially be a nightmare to use and hold. So yeah, for an iPad that's portable, I don't think stainless steel makes a ton of sense. Here's hoping we see new colors though, because I'm getting bored of just space gray and silver, so at least give us a Pacific blue or gold or whatever the Pro iPhone color will be by 2022. Now, as for other specs on this iPad Pro, I'm guessing we might see OLED. I've also heard about bigger screens, so maybe Apple can shrink the bezels with OLED and give us larger displays, and on top of that we could see the M2 or the M3 depending on when we see this iPad next year. But I do want to say, all these amazing upgrades are pretty meaningless if the software stays the same, and so yeah, more than anything, I'm looking forward to WWDC and seeing the upgrades Apple could bring with iPad OS 15, because obviously I'm hoping for some big things, pro apps, proper multitasking, and so much more. So hopefully by 2022, the software will catch up with the already amazing hardware. But let me know in the comments below, what do you want to see with the next generation iPad Pro? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. For the latest Apple news and rumors, check out the video in the icon above about details on the M1X MacBook Pro. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps!